Right. Hello. God. I'm gonna do another video, and this video is gonna be about, little things that I think are worth kind of, as I've said, normally with most of my videos, I do say that the things that I will mention on camera are things that I think are worth worth highlighting. And so, there was this lady I used to know a while back, and we had kind of casual relations. I was never really one for that. In fact, I only ever really lost my virginity because, and anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about this. I get sidetracked, but because I didn't really, I hated it. It was horrible. I went to a camping trip with my friend. It was my best mate at the time, and it was terrible. It really was. Horrible experience. Well, not horrible, but just not good. And so that's basically, it's not really in my character really. But this lady, it was kind of it was an off kind of relationship. But the reason I brought it up is because this lady, she was kind of like me in a way. And that's what I mean. I don't really have a lot of relationships with men or women. Obviously I'm straight, but I mean in any fashion of the sense, right? But this woman, she was like me in a lot of ways, where she has a tendency of kind of saying what's on her mind and saying the truth as well in her own little ways, right? And it came to, well, it benefited me, because she didn't know it, but she kind of, something came out, right, about this whole thing that's going on, the whole, whatever, targeting, whatever, where you basically get scrutinised by just the people around you, community, and it kind of follows you wherever you go. It's crazy, but I'm not getting into that. And this kind of thing we had, it was a long time ago. I mean, I'm talking like 8 years ago, something around there, 6 to 8 years ago. And it was just a casual thing. And I got back in touch with her a couple of months ago, right? Maybe a month, 2 months ago. And we started having a bit of a back and forth, right? And I told her, it came up, I said, listen, because obviously if you're a target, you know what this is like. These people over there, it seems like they just get in touch with everybody. Everybody starts acting a bit weird with you, right? Probably because they're scared of it happening to them, I'd imagine. Anyways, I say to her, listen, this is going on. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like, from what I've gathered, it seems like some sort of government watch list, right? Whether it's the government, I don't know, but I'm being surveilled by and followed, and I'm getting a lot of attention by random people, right? And it's following me everywhere I go. It seems like a pattern. And I bring this up to her, and she says, "Oh right, I don't know, I've not been contacted." And I was like, oh, "Okay, fair enough." And then we started talking. And said, "Right, are we going to meet up again and stuff? Do you want to go back to where things used to be?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, maybe." And I said, "Have you really been? Are you telling me the truth? Have they really contacted you or not?" And this lady, in her own way, because I kind of knew this woman. I knew of her. I didn't really know her like properly, really closely, but I had a good kind of grasp of who this woman was, right? And I think she had a mild bit of autism, because she kind of had a way of speaking she couldn't really hold it back. She couldn't hold her own. She was a nice lady, but she couldn't hold her own thoughts to herself, right? And it came out in her own little way, and she said, basically, I asked her, said, so there's no, so you've not been contacted by anybody, no? She said, no, I'm not, no. Well, no, she didn't say it's that. Actually, that was a pre-response. I asked the question, I said, so you've not been contacted by anybody? And she said, this is a reply. She said, all I want to do is go to work, go to the races and have a drink. And that you know, that's me, that'll do me. Now, if you're, I mean, that could mean, that might just mean, in maybe in the, from a normal person, it could just mean like, listen, I don't know what you're talking about, but if you kind of look into that, even from any perspective, right, even if you don't know this woman, it does kind of seem like, right, well, you know, so let's break it down. So you've not told me no, and she did before, but it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. She basically said, all I want to do is just be left alone, right? So it's basically saying she doesn't want to get involved, right? Now, what do you mean involved? That tells me that there's something that kind of adding up there, right? And these you call them people because they're disgusting, these individuals, but they tend to, they are very adamant in, you know, it seems they are really holding on to this secret, whatever it is. And sometimes if you let them, they will convince you that there's nothing going on. Do you know what I mean? And with a little smile at the side of her face as well. And so there's very sinister, these people. But that response told me that, yeah, there's something going on. And, you know, I mean, it's like, it's like with other things as well, the little things you see, and like I was out before, for example, I've just been shopping, right, getting a few bits, and I'm on my way back, and it's just the small little things you see where, like, for example, I was going round the corner and somebody was looking, I mean, it's waiting for somebody to come, and the second I come round, it's back to that, you know. It's like it's so hard to articulate and to explain, even for somebody who was like really intelligent and like a genius. It's the way it's designed and stuff, you know, it's very sinister. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That was the whole kind of main kind of reason I'm making this video, right? It's because if you just keep paying attention, right? If you're obviously you're most probably going through this if you're watching this video, and you've got to kind of pay attention and not get involved at the same time, right? Because yeah, it's going on around you, there's nothing you can do, but what I used to do is just completely ignore it, right? I mean, I like just be on my phone while I'm walking down the street, just not even paying attention, and my phone got stolen, right? It's come back to me now, but so, you know, these people, yeah, they won't harm you, but at the same time, you do need to pay attention to your surroundings from somebody who's been going through this, right? Because, you know, maybe they can't hurt you, but some of them are criminals. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of them are foreigners as well. And no, you know, there's a lot of good foreign people. I'm not saying there's not, but I'm not stigmatizing them. But you know, you don't know where these people have come from. They're not from this country. They're from somewhere else. And you know, they could have been, who knows, like, it's quite well known, a lot of criminals come in, like, in boats and things or whatever, you know, on planes, whatever, that they're not allowed to be in the country, and yet they're still here, and who knows what the background is. So and not just the America, wherever you are, whatever country you're in. So yeah, you do need to pay attention, and these people, whoever they are people, right? And what do humans do? We make mistakes, right? We're flawed, we're not perfect. And no matter how good these individuals are and how skilled they are, they will make mistakes. And that's what you do, like, you keep paying attention. You observe, you do not get involved, you don't react, you just watch it. It's like watching a theatre, like you're watching an opera show. You're just watching, you're right, okay, it's bad, it's good, but it's just a show, and it's the same thing. Yeah, and I've also another thing as well. Trying to wrap it up now, right? So don't want to make these videos too long, but I've noticed a lot of things on my phone, like messages that I've sent, comments on some other video. I watch other targets too, and a lot of times comments I've put on the video, especially if it's somebody new, right? Who I've only just started watching the videos, and I'm trying to give them some encouragement, whatever it might be. I've noticed I'm commenting, and they're just getting removed, and I'm commenting again, and it's like getting removed, and you've got to be always keep kind of in the back of your mind, right, that what you see, it's not always what it appears to be, because what is this whole thing? It's a game, it's a trick, the whole thing. It's basically a facade to try and make you believe that you're worthless, you're scum, and if you let them, these people will take everything from you. They will, absolutely everything. And you can't help it in terms of, like for example, my employment. Every single job I go to now, it starts slowly, but I get harassed like bad. They're on me like that. These people, like it's pressure from the moment I walk in to the moment I leave, and nobody, even the most neutrally balanced people on the planet, they can't do it forever. And I have my own place, you know what I mean? That's why it's all designed to try and just destroy you, your whole life. So yeah, you've, like for example, messages with my own family as well. I've noticed somebody's deleted them. So yeah, it's, and other thing as well. You might not have experienced this yourself, whoever's watching, but there is, unfortunately, I sound crazy saying this, but the V2K, where they put things, it's real. It's, you're saying, I've got to say mad, but I mean, so for example, I'm sleeping at night in the middle of the night, and there's nobody out, and I can hear like whistling in my ear, or whatever. I'm walking around and I'm hearing whistling. There's nobody there. Do you know what I mean? A lot of times, and I have never had schizophrenic symptoms. The only time I've ever had, one time in my life where I've ever had psychotic symptoms is when I was coming off alcohol when I was younger, because it's a common symptom when you're withdrawing from alcohol. So basically your mind goes crazy, and that's it. So I'm not crazy, and yeah, so basically what I'm trying to get at is, you don't know what is actually happening as to what these people, whoever they are trying to make you think is happening. Yeah, and so yeah, that's it really. Do you have any more points? Not really. you will get you will get pushed when you're going in, when you're in this, like you know, like you grow, you makes you grow as a person. It's hard to explain really, but you know, suffering really does create character. And I remember when this first, I'll be about another 2 minutes, right? But so this is my very last point. But I remember when this first kind of clicked in my mind, right? That, oh my God, this is real. Like, this isn't just a me. It's not just one dude. It's not just a bunch of girls. This is like an organised thing. It's a pattern. I'm seeing it everywhere. Like, all, you know, the videos I've watched on this kind of phenomenon called gang stalking, it's real. And it's happening to me. Not only is it real, but it's happening to me. What the fuck do I do? I remember that coming over me, just consumed me. I didn't know what to do. My heart was racing. I was sweating. I was like, oh my God, it's my family involved. You know, it's mad. Now, that was a couple of years ago. Winding up to now, I'm still here. You know, things have changed. Yeah. You know, in terms of occupation, I can't really hold down a job because I just get terrorised everywhere I go. Even if, you know, a lot of these people know that I'd physically get, you know, dominate them, but it doesn't matter because there's that many of them. What can you do? You can't go around hitting everybody. I'll be in prison. So that you really do. They have you by the balls or the, you know, the nipples, whatever. So yeah, you've you know, don't give up. I mean, I do genuinely believe everything happens for a reason too, right? And it is the way it is. It couldn't be any other way. The predicament, whoever it is watching this, your life could not be any other way than it is right now, right? So, I'm gonna say make the best of it, but I know what it's like going through this. You say, oh, just keep your head up. Come on, let's be realistic. You're human, yeah, and you're being scrutinised every day. So what I would say is not do, but do what you can do, right? If it's just getting up and getting a shower every day, or going, if you're homeless, you know, if it's just surviving for today. I've never been homeless, and hopefully I won't be, but you know what? It's a very real possibility being homeless. And my heart goes out to you if you are, because it must be horrible, really. You know, especially with this, who would you trust? Do you know what I mean? I mean, trying to sleep in doorways and things, and there's people coming up and out, you know, they'll be there for a reason. You know what I mean? There'll be somebody watching you all the time. God, I mean, if you're not in the safety of your own home and you're going through this tagging and stuff, wow, just like, I don't know if I'd be able to say that, to be honest, but either way, my heart goes out to you if you're going through this, and